Have you ever wondered if memories really fade, or if they just hide in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to return? Maybe it's a song you haven't heard in years, and suddenly you're back in a room you thought you'd forgotten. Maybe it's a familiar smell that takes you to a day you didn't even know was still living inside you. The truth is, our past never really leaves us. It lingers quietly, following us, shaping us, reminding us, even when we try to move on. These are the shadows that remember. When I say shadows, I don't mean something scary hiding in the dark. I mean the parts of our past that follow us silently. They're not always visible, but they're there. Sometimes they're light, sometimes heavy, but they never truly disappear. Think about it. Maybe it's the laugh of a friend you lost touch with, or the way an old street feels strangely familiar, even if years have passed. These little moments, these shadows, they stay with us, even when we think we've moved on. And the interesting thing is, we don't even notice how much they guide us. A memory can change the way we see someone new. A mistake from the past can make us hesitate before taking a risk. Even the happiest memories, those warm, nostalgic ones, can shape the way we chase joy in the present. That's what I want to explore with you in this video. How these shadows, these quiet reminders of where we've been, continue to shape who we are today. Memory is a strange thing. We think of it as a collection of facts, like files we can open whenever we want. But in reality, memory doesn't work that way. We forget dates, names, and details all the time. What stays with us are the feelings, the emotions, the shadows of those moments. Think about your first heartbreak. Maybe you don't remember the exact words that were said or what day it was, but you remember the heaviness in your chest, the silence after, that feeling, still there, like a shadow. Or maybe it's the opposite, your first real achievement, scoring that goal, winning that award, finishing something you never thought you could. You probably don't recall every step you took, but the rush, the pride, the way your heart raced, those feelings are alive, even now. That's the thing about memory. It's less about what happened and more about how it made us feel. And those feelings, those emotional imprints, shape how we see the world today. They influence the choices we make, the people we trust, and even the risks we're willing to take. Memories are not just snapshots of the past. They're living shadows, walking with us every single day. Of course, not all shadows feel gentle. Some of them carry weight. They follow us, not to remind us of joy, but to whisper about the moments we wish we could erase. Maybe it's a mistake you made years ago, something small to others, but to you, it still stings. Or maybe it's a decision you didn't make, an opportunity you let slip away. Those regrets don't vanish. They settle quietly in the corners of our mind, waiting for silence, waiting for the nights when we can't distract ourselves anymore. And then there are the heavier shadows, the ones tied to loss, heartbreak, or trauma. A single memory, replaying like a loop you can't escape. You tell yourself you've moved on, but all it takes is a sound, a place, or a certain look to pull you right back into that moment. The haunting thing about these shadows is that they feel alive. They shape the way we see ourselves. They whisper doubts when we're about to take a step forward. They remind us of who we used to be at our lowest point. But here's the truth. Even these painful shadows are still part of us. And no matter how much we try to push them away, they remain. Because deep down, they're tied to lessons we may not have fully learned yet. But not all shadows are heavy. Some quietly guide us. Some remind us of the strength we didn't know we had. These are the memories that teach us, protect us, and even inspire us to be better than we were yesterday. Think about a failure that felt devastating at the time. You might have felt lost, embarrassed, or defeated, but that shadow, that memory, later became a teacher. It showed you what not to do, or pushed you to work harder. Without it, you might not have grown into the person you are today. Or consider the moments of love we've experienced, the warmth, the connection, the joy. Even when those moments end, their shadows remain, reminding us that we are capable of feeling deeply. They guide us toward kindness, empathy, and connection in the present. Even people who are no longer with us can leave these guiding shadows. Their laughter, their advice, their presence, they echo in our decisions, in the way we treat others, in the choices we make every day. These shadows aren't burdens. They are quiet companions, gently steering us. They remind us that the past, even in its complexities, is not just something we leave behind. It's something that helps us move forward. What's fascinating is how these shadows show up in our everyday lives, often without us noticing. They're woven into the way we act, the choices we make, and even the people we connect with. Maybe you've ever met someone and immediately felt comfortable, or the opposite, an instant distrust. Often, that's a shadow from your past speaking quietly. A memory of someone similar, a mistake, or a lesson learned long ago. Your past experiences shape these instincts. Even the small routines we follow, the habits, the ways we spend our time, are influenced by the shadows we carry. The joy you chase, the risks you avoid, the people you hold close, they all have traces of the past in them. And it's not just the big, dramatic memories. Even tiny moments, like a smell, a phrase, or a place, can bring back a flood of feelings. These shadows make life richer, even if they sometimes make it heavier. The truth is, everyone carries these shadows. They are proof that we've lived, loved, failed, and grown. Recognizing them isn't about being stuck in the past. It's about understanding how your story has shaped you and how it continues to guide you quietly every day. By now, you might be wondering, how do we live with these shadows without letting them control us? How do we carry our past without being weighed down by it? The first step is acceptance. Shadows are proof that we've lived, felt, and grown. Every joy, every mistake, every heartbreak, they're part of our story. Trying to erase them is impossible, and even if we could, we'd lose the lessons they bring. Next is balance. Acknowledge the shadows, but don't let them dictate every decision. Learn from the past, but don't live there. Let the shadows remind you of strength, resilience, and what really matters, instead of what you've lost or failed at. And finally, gratitude. It might sound strange, but even painful memories have value. They teach us compassion, patience, and perspective. They shape the way we love, the way we dream, and the way we face the world today. Living with shadows isn't about fear or regret. It's about recognizing that they are silent companions on our journey. They remind us of where we've been and help us navigate where we're going. As we reach the end of this journey, think about the shadows you carry, the memories that follow you quietly, the moments that shaped you, for better or worse. They are not chains, they are reminders. Shadows that remember are proof that you have lived fully. They tell your story, silently guiding you, warning you, teaching you, and sometimes even comforting you. They are part of who you are and part of who you are becoming. So the next time a memory surfaces, a smile, a regret, a triumph, don't push it away. Let it walk with you. Let it remind you of your journey, your strength, and the person you've become. Because in the end, our shadows aren't just behind us. They walk with us. They remember. And through them, we remember ourselves. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next one. Bye for now.